Hey everybody, welcome to Everything's Plastic. Today we're going to be taking a look at a DC McFarlane, and this is the awesome Mega figure, Bane. When I seen that this one was announced, I could not wait to get this figure. It's absolutely huge and fantastic. Pretty plain packaging. It doesn't matter if it's a Mega figure or not, it has the same packaging. Awesome picture of Bane on the back here, Bane in white on the side here. Nothing on the top, nothing on the bottom. So that's pretty much it for packaging. We'll be right back with this big guy out of the package so we can get a closer look. Man, am I ever excited for this one. We have this guy outside of packaging, and for accessories,
you get nothing!
We get nothing, not even an extra set of hands or anything with this guy. Unless you count a base as an accessory. We do get a base at least, which is pretty cool. Love these awesome trading cards as well. Fantastic picture, exact same artwork that's on the back. And if you guys want to give this a quick read, there is a cool read up on the back as well. So let's get a closer look at this bad boy. Awesome head sculpt. Pretty cool detail in this one all over. Awesome detail in his straps here too, in his vest. I think they did an awesome job with that. We see all the buckles and everything else painted nice and black. Nice stealthy for a military look. Cool design. We got some veins and all that stuff sticking out. Awesome detail in the muscles. Cool fingerless gloves as well. I wish this guy came with 2 fists. That would be fantastic. The paint application right here is a little bit messy, and it's definitely messy in a few parts on his hoses hooked up to his big old toxin tank or whatever you want to call it. But other than that, everything else is pretty clean. As soon as I said it's pretty clean, we do have some paint specs down here as well. Small stuff, man. Not really worried about that at all. Pretty cool detail on his pants. Not just a flat piece of plastic. There is some texturing. We see all the stitching and everything else. We have some detail in the pockets, which is a pretty cool design. And we can see his knee pads. We get a lot of detail and texturing in those as well. His belt is painted nice and clean, and he even painted the laces, which is pretty cool. They went with a dark gray for his laces, just enough to make it stand out from his all black lower body. This actually looks like the texture of leather boots. Fantastic. A lot of cool subtle details in this one, man. I know from a distance it's just all plain black suit, but man, when you look close, there is tons of detail in this sculpt. I think McFarlane nailed this one. I think they did an awesome job. I still haven't completed the Bane Build-A-Figure. I've been working on that one. Still need one more figure to complete that one. So very happy to finally have a Bane in my collection. So we had a closer look. Let's go over articulation. So for his head, it goes back this far, forward this far. You do have a little bit of side to side. It can rotate all the way around, but I'm not taking the chances with these hoses. They feel nice and soft, and I'm afraid I'm going to break it. The shoulders go up this far. You get a full rotation there as well. No bicep swivel or anything like that. You do have a single jointed elbow, which bends almost 90 degrees. Be very careful with this one. I don't know how much pressure this can take before it snaps, but I'd be mindful of it when you're doing articulation or posing this guy around. For his wrist, it goes back and forth all the way around, nice and loose. A lot of the new McFarlanes are actually getting rid of those ratchet joints that we're so familiar with. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. I like them, but at the same time, they do take away from the overall appearance when they're not done properly. Alright, there's no ab crunch or anything like that, so pretty restricted upper body. But down here, there is your typical ball joint that we give with all these McFarlanes. And it goes back this far, forward this far. So you do get a pretty decent range of motion for such a big character. There's some side to side as well, and a full rotation if you want it. For his legs, he comes out to a full split. Fantastic. Wasn't expecting a full split on this guy. Goes forward this far, back this far, so not restricted at all. You can twist his leg a little bit here as well. I'm not sure if you can get a full rotation. I don't really want to put that much pressure on it. But if you want to try it, that's up to you. You do have double joint pin knees, which you get a fantastic range of motion out of that. There's no boot cut. His ankles go back this far, forward this far. You get your full rotation there at his ankle. And there is a toe hinge. So articulation is a little bit limited, but I mean, I don't think Bane's the type of character that's going to be doing any backflips or any kind of gymnastics or anything anyways. He's just a powerhouse man. I think there's enough articulation with this one, enough movement to get this guy in almost any pose that you want to get him in anyways. Just to do a few quick comparisons, here he is next to Lobo. Now Lobo is on the bigger side for a McFarlane figure. That's why I picked this one for a comparison. We do have Batman Dark Knight Returns here, which is an average 7-inch McFarlane. And we do have the awesome orange hood or red hood. I keep making that joke, you guys are going to get mad at me. I know it's a mega figure, but man, this guy's just massive. He's huge. Fantastic. Love it. I highly recommend this one. Hopefully you guys pick it up. If you're a fan of Batman, you're a fan of these McFarlane figures, can't really say much bad about it. Is it perfect? No. If you want to be super picky with this one, no, you can find some stuff wrong with it. Just look at it, man. Why would you want to tear it down? Why would you want to look for something negative in something so awesome? First, when I picked this one up, I sent a message to one of my buddies, kind of making fun of Hasbro and everything else. We're talking about Hasbro cutting down to these windowless packaging, try to save money and everything else. And look at McFarlane, man, look what they're doing. McFarlane's just doing the same thing he always did, putting everything out, and these figures still haven't gone up in cost a whole lot, not like Hasbro. This guy cost me $48 for a tiny 6-inch figure in windowless packaging. Like they said, windowless packaging is to save money, cut down, save the environment, all that good stuff. The environment thing, yeah, I'm on board with, but to save costs, I think it's a bunch of nonsense, man. You cut costs and you increase our prices, ridiculous. So Hasbro, $48 for this little thing, and for $15 more, this is what I got. This is what McFarlane's offering, and this is what Hasbro's offering. Don't get me wrong, man, I love Hasbro, I love Star Wars, love G.I. Joe, and I love Marvel Legends. 95% of my collection is Hasbro, but when you start collecting other lines and see what other lines are actually offering you for your money, as opposed to what Hasbro is doing, you can't help but be a little bit bitter. Alright, so that's pretty much it. That wraps up our unboxing and figure review. If I had to rate it out of 10, I would give it an 8.5 out of 10 as far as figures go. As far as my personal opinion and how much I like this guy, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. Sometimes you just don't care about articulation, and sometimes you just love a figure for what it is, and this is definitely one of those figures. So overall, yeah, 8.5 out of 10 is my reviewer score, 10 out of 10 is my collector score, if that makes sense. Alright, so let me know in the comments below what you guys actually think of this figure, what you think of our review, and if you had to rate this guy, let us know in the comments below what you would give it out of 10. As always, if you liked our review, don't forget to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button to help get us to 1,000 subs. As always, we hope you enjoyed our review, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Keep collecting, stay safe.